Gavin Newsom.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. and I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. Maybe the wrong business to be in. My dyslexia, I haven't overcome dyslexia. I'm living with it. I was the guy in the back of the classroom and my head down, just praying the teacher didn't call on me.
If you guys didn't know, Gavin Newsom came to Atlanta and he basically called Black people stupid. This might be a hot take, but he's right. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. You can support uncensored conversations via Cashapp or buying your girl a coffee. And the reason why he was right in that assessment is that when he called them stupid, they didn't get outraged. They didn't leave the building. They didn't hold him accountable. What did they do? They sat there and they laughed. They sat there and they applauded him. If my understanding of the word stupid is accurate, then I do believe somebody that is being insulted and doesn't realize they're being insulted, especially with something as blatant as, hey, I'm just like you. I have a low SAT score. I can't read. Something as blatant as that. If you can't recognize that that person just called you stupid, then I'm sorry, you fit the very definition of what stupid is.
So I made a mistake. I said Gavin Newsom said that the black voters about the SAT thing, and I accidentally gave in to Republican propaganda. And the reason why I was able to give in to that propaganda is because I was honestly mad as about the Baptist and how everyone has been treating black people. So when I saw that headline from Gavin Newsom, something that's actually believable from him, I saw that and went with it. I've never said I'm perfect, nor am I trying to be, but I will own up when I make a mistake, which I did here. And it really goes to show you that anyone can give in to propaganda, especially when you're a little bit angry or not your full self. So when I saw a headline with Gavin Newsom's talking to black people like that, I'm like, oh, hell no, like enough is enough. So I'm sorry, Gavin Newsom.
So Republicans are out with their newest bit of fake outrage, this time over Gavin Newsom. Spoiler alert, they're lying. Let's look at what Gavin said.
I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 9. But literally a 960 SAT guy.
Now, did you hear the word black anywhere in there? I didn't hear the word black. Now let's look at the crowd. Looks like a lot of non-black faces in the crowd to me. What about the line to get in there? Seems pretty diverse, if you ask me. So he didn't say that to a black crowd. It's almost like he brought that up because he was talking about average SAT scores in America.
So you have these Negroes out here tap dancing for Gavin Newsom, and they're saying, well, look at the crowd. The crowd isn't black. So I'm sorry, that makes it even worse. So he's on stage talking to a black man saying, I'm just like you, I can't read. And a crowd full of liberal white people are clapping at him saying he's just like this black man who can't read. I'm sorry, you guys are still stupid because now you're defending it. Regardless of how you slice it, whether or not you're like, okay, well, the crowd was white, so it doesn't mean he was saying that to black people. No, regardless of who was in the crowd, who was interviewing him, it was a black man. It was a black man interviewing him. He said, I'm just like you, I can't read. And if you want to say that the crowd was full of white people, well, guess what? You have a crowd full of white liberals clapping at the fact that he's saying that he's just like this black man, he's stupid. So guess what? Y'all are still ding dong stupid. And this is something that I've been talking about for quite some time now. The Democrat Party, as much as black folks want to get out here and talk about how Republicans are racist and conservatives are racist and they're so upset about microaggressions, but they can't see the massive macro macroaggressions that the Democrat Party is constantly levying towards them. It's so interesting that the Democrats can consistently call us retarded, and you will have Black people applauding, defending, standing 10 toes down for these same Democrats. They get out here, they say that voter ID is racist because it's going to affect Black people.
Do you think it suppresses the African American vote?
Definitely.
Tell us how.
Because they're less likely to have state IDs.
Do you think that's harder for Black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
As if Black people don't have IDs, as if there isn't a liquor store on every corner in the hood where you got to have ID to buy the liquor in the first damn place. As if there aren't Black people in these poor neighborhoods that have cars. They drive around in cars. You need an ID for a car. As if Black people are incapable. If we wanted to vote, we wouldn't figure out how to go to the DMV and get an ID. They're calling you stupid when they say that. They're calling you stupid when they say that you don't even know what a computer is.
Black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word a computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things. And I want the world open up to all of them.
Oh, the Black kids in the hood, they don't know what a computer is. This is what they think of Black folks. And honestly, when I see Black people supporting these same individuals that call them stupid, what do you want me to say? That they're smart? Yeah, Black people are so smart. Look at them support the people that call them dumb. No, we're gonna call a spade a spade. The Black folks that sit over here and cheer this on, you are everything they say you are, stupid.
Let me get this right. Gavin Newsom wanted to relate to Black people, so his best efforts was claiming that he cannot read and he had low SAT scores. But guess what? Black people will still vote for Gavin Newsom.
Because there is no way a mofo can get in my face and say, I can't read, I'm just like you. And I'm gonna sit over there and kiki with him and smile and laugh. Excuse the hell out, what do you mean like me? I did well on my ACT. I can read. So what are we talking about here? That type of anti-Black racism is not new, and it is very prevalent in the left.
Child, let's see how the Democrats, the indigenous Black Democrats at that, spin this. Democrat Governor Gavin Newsom then got out there in front of a Black audience and told them that he's dumb and can't read just like them. The Black host, he was up there dying laughing instead of being insulted. The audience, not clear of what they thought they heard, they were clapping and cheering. And are we surprised at Gavin Newsom? Because this is how they talk behind y'all backs. Like, how did you think that predatorial talk came about when Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden was in office? See, Democrat voters, they know that they've went ahead on and brainwashed y'all. So they know that you're not all that bright. And if you do get the job, oh, it's affirmative action and it's DEI. Let's see how Hakeem Jeffries and Jasmine Crockett spin this.
They think that Black people are just so primitive and we don't know anything and we're just so slow that we're their little idiot brother. That's how they treat Black people. And I really would hope that these Black folks would wake the fuck up, especially when things are so blatant in their face, but they're just like hypnotized by the Democrat Party for whatever reason. They can recognize little microaggressions. Oh, when I was at the store, the white waiter, he called me boy. So that was a microaggression because back during slavery, that's what the white people called the Black men. They called us boys. So whenever they call us boy, that's a microaggression. Y'all can pick up on these little microaggressions, but you can't pick up on Newsom saying you're stupid, saying you can't read because he's just like you and he can't read. When he wants to relate to you, he talks about how stupid he is.
But it gets worse. Here's Gavin talking to white people.
You've written a hell of a book, and I don't say that lightly. I went through it in a quick hour and a half, almost 2 hours.
Every single time these Democrats get out here and they call Black people stupid, they call their sector of Black people stupid. I'm sorry, I agree, 1000%. They are right because y'all don't challenge them anytime they say that Y'all don't challenge them anytime they get in your face and call you stupid. So guess what, stupid? You are stupid. I would have looked that man in the face, but like, excuse me, what the hell do you mean by that? I can read, sir. Why are you trying to relate to black people by saying you're stupid? It's just like when they relate to us by bringing out a hip hop artist to shake their butt in front of the crowd, or when they say, get your booty to the poll, and they use strippers to try to convince us to vote. It's embarrassing. They insult your intelligence on a macro level, but then y'all want to sit over here and complain about little microaggressions. You're so sensitive to microaggressions, but you can't recognize that the party that you keep riding out for thinks that you're retarded. Actually, scratch that. They know you're retarded because you are.
Never seen a man named Andre in a sunken place. Most Andres I know, they very vocal, but this Andre, the mayor, just took it on the chin. He told you, yeah, I could relate to all y'all because I got a low SAT score and I can't read. That's relatable to the Black American community. And this is so on code with that particular party because when they talk about Black Americans, it's always talking down on Black Americans. Oh, we don't need voter ID because that's suppressing the Black American community. They're not smart enough. They don't have enough resources to get an ID. They don't even have computers in their houses. And then when they talk about the immigrants, oh my God, they're so hardworking. They add value to this country. Matter of fact, they built the country, just totally discrediting the ancestry of Black Americans because the country was built on slavery, not immigrants. So every time they talk to about Black Americans, it's always talking down on Black Americans. But yeah, go ahead, key it up. Now, if Trump or J.D. Vance said anything like in the likings of what Gavin Newsom said in Atlanta, this will be all over the news. Oh my God, they're so racist. Just because you put syrup on feces, that don't make you pancakes, right?
I'm not gonna keep caping for these folks. If you wanna sit over there, and I'm not saying you gotta be a Republican either, because they got their issues too. See the way they're crashing out at Tyler Olive Oil, exposing the Jewish communities that are welfare queens? But they were clapping and cheering every time he exposed anyone black and brown. You know, I hate that term, black and brown. They were cheering. We notice when people don't keep that same energy. So I'm not saying that the Republicans are somehow magically 1000% better, but I'm saying the way that y'all just blindly ride out for these Democrats who call you retarded to your face, and you sit over there and you laugh and you cheer them on, you raise money for them just so that they can ignore you once they get in office and do everything under the sun for people that are here illegally. They care more about these damn illegal aliens than they do about your black ass. Well, they sit over here, call you stupid, and then tell you to hand them the money. Hand them some donations for their campaign. Get out there and campaign for them while they call you stupid. Like I said, they're right. I'm not gonna sit over here and tell the world that y'all aren't stupid when every chance you get, you prove that you are. But y'all, I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts down below. How do you feel about this whole situation? Do you agree with me where it's like, you know what? Yeah, Gavin's right. These mofos are stupid. Or do you disagree where it's like, no, Sandra, you're just a raccoon and the Democrats are the party for the black people and they just love us so much and they just care and they want to protect us from the mean, conservative, Republican whitey. I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts down below. If you like the video, The more you interact with it, the more it gets pushed out into the algorithm. Also, hype the video if that function is available. If you're feeling a little extra generous, the link is in the description to buy your girl a coffee. Thank you guys so much, and I will see y'all with the next one. Deuces.